What is going on, guys? It's your boy Andy freaking Matrix. I'm on the camera once again, and I'm gonna talk about Sonic Movie 3, Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic and Shadow, really. You know, so I watched this movie. Now, the first thing I want to make clear here is that I am not. Hold on. The first thing I want to make clear is that I am not the biggest Sonic fan. Okay, I'm not like a super duper Sonic fanboy. Although I do have a lot of experience playing it. In the 2000s, it was Sonic Heroes, and then there was that Sonic like sliding game where like they were like on a skateboard, like a flying board or something. I don't know. Uh, yeah, I played a lot of Sonic game in the 90s. I played the old Sonic game for the Nintendo, the Sega. They were mine. So it was like my cousin had the Sega, and then I just played the handheld. Yeah, just a whole bunch of stuff. I played after the 2000s, like in the 2010s. I really didn't play any Sonic games, but I play anything. A lot of games from the 2000s and the 90s. I played those Sonic games, so I'm pretty seasoned with Sonic. I watched the Sonic anime. Um, and yeah, so as an anime type of, as an anime fanatic, I think you will have some knowledge of Sonic. Anything from the 90s, like Sonic and Mega Man were one of the two big games for Nintendo. So I think most people will have knowledge about Sonic and Mega Man if you're a 90s kid, right? So this movie was, usually like the first movie is really good. The second movie, it's really good, and then the third movie just flops, right? Or like the third movie really isn't that great. In this case, with the Sonic franchises, it's like every movie surpasses the other. The first Sonic movie was just about Sonic, right? And it was great. It was fun. We got to know Sonic for the first time, seeing it in live action. And then the second movie was Sonic and Tails and Knuckles. They went at it, and then Sonic and Knuckles, they teamed up later on, right? This movie, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Shadow. And let me tell you, like, this movie was just absolutely outstanding. As a somebody that's not a fan of Sonic, this movie like surpassed my expectations.
Hello, this is Yami Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! And make sure to subscribe to Andy Matrix's channel. Now on with the show.
You bring in Shadow the Hedgehog, man, it's game over. Shadow the Hedgehog is basically that dark character in every anime. Like in Naruto, it was Sasuke. At least in the beginning, it was Sasuke. That cool introverted guy that all the chicks want. That's Shadow, right? It's the same in other anime. Like in Dragon Ball is Vegeta. So it's like Shadow is the Vegeta of Sonic, of the Sonic anime and the Sonic movies, right? In the video games. Shadow is the Vegeta of Sonic. I don't know how you guys feel about the comparison, but that's how I see it. And this movie, I mean, it went overboard. It went overboard. I don't want to spoil it, but there's a reason why I made a Dragon Ball Z comparison. You'll see if you go watch the Sonic movie, Sonic 3, you'll see why I use Dragon Ball as a reference. But the battles, like, I mean, if you take away the rest of the plot and just watch the battles in this movie, it's absolutely fascinating. I mean, Sonic is cool as it is, but then you add like the battles in. I'm sure that you are already expecting this, but Sonic and Shadow, they fight. And I feel like it's okay to say that because we saw it in the trailer. But man, those battles were like, they were like next level. Another thing that I wanted to say about this movie is that in the 2010s, right? So in the 2010s, like from 2009 all the way to like 2018, 2019, right? 2018, let's say. When the last Endgame, right? When the last Endgame movie finish, when they concluded the whole like Avengers stuff with Thanos, right? the 2010s was a Marvel was the in that decade would belong to Marvel. The Marvel movies was like going to like a big event. It's like going to a concert, right? When a Marvel movie came out, whether if it was Iron Man, Thor, the Hulk, whatever, when one of those movies came out, it was you went to the theaters. Everybody went to the theaters, right? When when the first Avengers came out, that movie just it roasted. It just it ate up the box office. Every Marvel movie all the way to Endgame was absolutely just phenomenal, I tell you. Right? And that's what this feels like. I kind of got that feeling that the Sonic movies is like that's what's bringing people back to the theaters now. Before in the 2010s, it was the Avengers movie and all the Marvel movies and the Avengers movie. Now it's Sonic. Every 2 years we get a new Sonic movie, and it just it eats up. It puts a lot of people in the seats, man. When I was in the theaters, by the way, and it was so much fun being in that theater because it was full of kids, right? Kids are the future, man. It was full of kids, and I'm talking about from 5-year-olds to 10-year-olds, 15, 20-year-olds, all Sonic. I'm guessing they're Sonic fans, right? A lot of people that grew up playing Sonic, especially the recent Sonic games, right? When something happened in the movie, I'm not gonna spoil it, but all these kids, man, they got up off their seat, they started jumping around, and that's what I like to see. That's the theater experience, man. Seeing people screaming in the theater, the kids jumping off their seats, and I'm trying really hard not to spoil the movie, but this felt like one of those Marvel events, dude. When you see kids jumping out their seats and yelling and screaming at the movie, this is what the theater experience is all about. If this feels like it was before the pandemic. The pandemic came, everybody was hiding in their caves, right? And now after the pandemic, this is what it feels like when you go back. This is what the old movies feel like. This is what the old theaters before the pandemic. This is what it feels like. The movies were packed. People were like freaking shouting and jumping off their seats when some shit happened in the movie. This is the movie experience, man. And it took Sonic to give us that. And this is an FU. This is an FU to Hollywood and all the DEI and the euphemism and the rainbow stuff, and you know what I'm talking about. The Attack of the Rainbows. Remember Attack of the Rainbows? You know what I mean. You know who we're talking about. The Attack of the Rainbows, and just a whole bunch, just like everything that ruined movies, the story, the race swapping and all that stuff, all that crap that ruins movies and TV shows. Sonic didn't have any of that stuff, man. I'm telling you. Sonic 3. Actually, all the Sonic movies, Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3. These movies don't have any of that nonsense. It doesn't. I gave this movie a 9.5 out of 10. I think I would have given it a 10 out of 10, but there was like a few parts that were like, this is not good. But a 9.5 out of 10 for this movie, man. And Shadow the Hedgehog, I tell you, Shadow the Hedgehog made this movie even better with Keanu Reeves as the voice actor. It's like, this is the movie experience. Before the pandemic, I used to go to the movie. Before the pandemic and before all the nonsense in Hollywood, I used to go to the movies all the time. Like, I would go to the movies by myself without friends. And this is the type of movie that brings people back. We need more of this. And man, the kids love it. The kids eat it up. This video is getting pretty long, so I'm gonna end it there. So if you watch Shadow the movie, the Sonic movie 3, make sure to comment below. No spoilers. Comment below, no spoilers, guys. And tell me what you think. Who's your favorite character? What do you think about the movie? All that stuff. And do you think this is an FU to Hollywood? That Sonic, was able to bring so many people to the theaters? While Hollywood is saying, it's for modern audiences, right? So comment below, share this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for future notifications. It's your boy Andy Matrix. Godspeed.